The Earth Leviathan, or worm as I will call it, is invincible and most commonly found on Assurance. The worm has three phases: roaming, hunting, and attacking. Worm will start off roaming randomly around the moon. Once a player gets in the vicinity of the worm, it will attempt to hunt and get close to them, and the player will hear a growling sound. Once the player is within the killing circle of the worm, it will randomly decide when to attack, indicated by the ground particles. This means the worm is coming to the surface to get the player. The amount of time until the worm reaches the surface is also random. If the player is in the death circle when the worm reaches the surface, they are dead. If you get an instant worm like this, it is really unfortunate and not really anything you can do. My best advice is to either run away quickly when hearing the growling, or try and find the edge of the circle and use that. At 0 weight, you walk faster than the worm moves. You know you're at the edge of the worm range when you hear the growling cut out. You can use this to keep the worm behind you and continue doing whatever you were doing before. Tapping sprint can also help you stay ahead of the worm's death circle. If you have items and don't exactly know where the worm is, I recommend dropping them. Otherwise, you can try to walk and wait for the ground particles and drop items while sprinting away when the particles appear. The worm will then be around wherever it lands after an attack. The worm landing zone is considered a death circle, so anyone that's wherever the worm lands will die. The worm won't attack you on ship, but can kill players on ship if attacking a player close enough to the ship, or if it lands on the ship. The worm can also be used to kill a giant or any other outdoor enemy if it attacks and the enemy is in the death circle. No tools affect or distract the worm. The worm can decide to stop following you if you get far away enough. Overall, if you have the time, I recommend having 0 weight, finding the edge of the worm circle, then trying to bait the worm to attack by slowly moving forward, then sprinting away when the attack happens. If the worm is not attacking, it is likely that you are out of the death circle and need to try slowing down to bait it. Also, worm can get players on jetpack mid-air if another player on ground triggers an attack. A little bonus tip is that you can actually use the jetpack to get on the ship or on top of the ship as it's taking off.